In this video, I'm going to show you how to make one of these circle backgrounds. I showed in the first video a thumbnail using this background. And so this is what the end product should look like. So we're just going to get started. And so the first step, what we're going to do is we're going to click File in the top left, Photoshop. We're going to select New. We're going to select 1920 by 1080 for this example. Everything over here you can leave as default. We are going to then select our rectangle tool on this left-hand side. We're going to click to create a rectangle. We're going to set the width to 25 pixels and the height to 600. This doesn't really matter when deciding your size. It's just it kind of varies. You could go in and play with the different size depending on what you want it to look like. But this is a size that I feel like works for what I'm trying to accomplish. So we're going to select the move tool, and with these align tools, we're going to align it to the selection, or to the canvas, sorry. And we're going to center it and then move it down here like so. And once we have it in the corner like this, we're going to select, or we are going to hit Control J. This will make a copy of that rectangle, and we're going to click this 9 times to make it so that we have 10 copies. We're going to hold shift and drag the 9th or the final copy over all the way to the right side of the canvas here. And we are going to then select all of these rectangles, and we are going to hit this 3 dots up here in the move tool. And then we are going to hit distribute horizontal centers. This way it's going to distribute evenly between those two rectangles. So once we have this, after you do all that, it should look something like this. And we are going to select all these rectangles. You could either do Control C, Control V. I'll do that for this example. It kind of makes it a little wonky. It puts all the way up here. You could also just hold Alt to make a copy of all those. And you're going to drag it. Let's try 50 pixels this time. I did do a demonstration, or I did do a practice run on this on my own before recording this. I don't remember exactly what I drug it by, but so it should look something like this. As you can see, the spacing is uneven. Ideally, we don't want it to be uneven, but for this example, we're just going to have it as that. It's going to look a little wonky in the final product, but that is okay for this example. So we're going to hit Control E to merge this layer. And one of the most important steps to making this, we're going to click Image at the top. We're going to select Image Size, and we're going to change width by 2000. So it goes from 1920 to 3920. This step is really important. Otherwise, your lines in the circle are going to look really distorted, and they're just not going to look good. So next thing we're going to do is, after we have this group selected, we are going to go to Filter, Distort, Polar Coordinates. It's going to ask us to rasterize or convert it to a smart object. I like to select rasterize. It's really personal preference. It seems easier rasterize for me, so I'm going to select rasterize. And you don't have to do anything here. You're just going to hit OK. So you're going to have your little coordinate here. And as you can see, the spacing was not perfect. That is why you'll have some minor errors and minor spacing errors. And like I said, just play around with it until it looks good. And we are going to then now change the image size back down. That's canvas, excuse me. Let's go to image. And we are going to change that to 1920. That will revert our image to our ideal thumbnail or whatever image size that we want. And then once you're done, let's say we have a subject in the middle. This is my subject, and I really want this to pop, so we're going to put the lines around this subject. I like to fade them, which you can do by just changing the opacity, going like so. And yeah, like I said, it's really personal preference, so after a while, you'll play with something, or you'll play around with it, and you can end up with something like this. Like I said, this example has been a little rough, but hopefully you enjoyed, and I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.